Next up on the NNSCRA Mello Racing Series brings us to Dover Downs International Speedway in Dover, Delaware. So we are here today for the running of the MBNA 200. We are set for 40 laps of racing here on this 1 mile high bank racetrack, known as affectionately known or hatingly referred to as the Monster Mile. Here's starting lineup for today's event. On the pole, it is number 32, Seth Cole in the Nestle Crunch Pontiac. He'll be alongside car number 3, GM Goodwrench Chevrolet of Cole Deaver. Deaver has won 4 times this season so far, and is the points leader. Second row has car number 2, Dylan Young, and alongside number 99, Jesse Turner. Neither driver's won a race this season yet, but they both hope to as the season goes on. Third row has 2-time winner Jessica Shelton in car 11, the Boazer Ford, She'll be alongside car number 6, the Rose's Discount Source Buick of Levi McIntyre. Fourth row has a couple of big buddies here, Rob Evans in car 17 and number 44, Johnny Gardner. Next row down has car number 63, Joshua Osborne, and 08, Charles Sanford. Those two second and third place in the points, hoping to catch Deaver before the season ends for the championship. Next row down has car number 1. It is Keith Batson. He'll be alongside Kyle Mathewson, 52. Both of them carry in-car cameras for today's event, as does Charles Sanford, as a matter of fact, as well as those who have read cameras for today's event. Next row down has car 01, Jackson Haywood, and number 7, Dustin Bolin. Next row down has car number 5, Emmanuel Hartnett, and number 9, Austin Colano sits alongside. Next row down is a pair of Oldsmobiles. Car 31, it is Carson Gunn, the Channel Lock Machine, and beside him, the Magic Market Skull Classic number 0 of Jacob Thibodeau. Next row down has car 45, it is Joshua Michaels, and car number 48, Mitchell Collins, a Chevy and an Oldsmobile in that row. Next row down has car 92, Nathan Orman, the Stanley Tools Chevrolet. He'll be alongside car 36, the Cox's Dry Treated Lumber's Pontiac of Ryan George. Next row down is Justin Dearborn in 15 and number 27, Carter Friesen, the Gwaltney Big H Chevrolet. The next row down after that will be another pair of Oldsmobiles. Car 72, John Andrews, and car number 8, Sebastian Kukalons is alongside. Next row down, car 59, Ryan Brommer, and car number 87, that is James Henry, sitting alongside. Next row down has car 20, Jeremiah Dwayne, the First Aid Sports Drinks Oldsmobile, and car number 40, it is Julia Sanderson. I keep forgetting that name somewhat. The Pyrrhic Style Ford. Next row down has car number 46, Paul Minnick in the Polaroid Chevrolet, and number 60, Nathan Hudson in the Winn-Dixie Ford. Next row down after that would be Arthur Xavier in car 03, the Delco Voyager Chevrolet, and number 25, Phil Parker, who won this season at Atlanta and Rockingham, the Fast Fair Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile. Next row down is car 28, Cat Batson in the Texaco Haviland Ford, and number 34, the Hungry Jack Pillsbury Buick of Gene Sanford. Next row down is car number 75, Jacob Sturgeon, and number 30 and number 21, the Cheerwine Ford of Quentin Moore. Next row after that would be William Brock, who won the season at Pikes Peak, and beside him will be the winner at IRP, Cab Sheeran, 38. And starting the shotgun field will be car 55, Chloe Owen, and Alexair Heating and Air Conditioning Ford. So Dover is the 6th to the last race of the season here, I should say, because there are 5 races left to go after this race is over with here at this event. And the last 5 on the season will be South Boston, Charlotte, Rockingham, Phoenix, and Atlanta. That's the last 5 races of the season. And we also have a special announcement referring to the Castrol GTX Cup Series. There is a possibility that the second Charlotte event in that series for season 25 will be the Mello Yello 500 will be replaced by the Mello Yello. Will be replaced by the Mello Yello Race at the Roval. Yes, you heard right. The Charlotte Roval is coming to the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Possibly, I should say, because it's not really confirmed, but it's coming. But maybe coming. So here goes command to fire him up.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Command given to fire the engines as we get some racing here today. And so you actually hear right, there's a possibility there could be 4 races on a road course for Castrol GTX Cup in season 25. So Here, that being, of course, Riverside, Watkins Glen, Sonoma, and of course, and maybe coming the Roble at Charlotte, the Charlotte Road Course, as I actually would like to call it myself. Here, actually, the real Roble in NASCAR is Pocono, because it's an oval that acts like a road course. So there you go. And there's a problem with the 52 car of Kyle Matthews. There he is sitting down there, and I don't know if he got turned or what. We will find out, as the pace car is now ducked up on the pit road, and Kyle's now been teleported on the pit road. So we will take a look as to what happened, and I think we will if the first caution flag comes out. If not, we will look at it at the end of the race. The green flag is out. We're underway here at Dover. Seth Cole leads the first lap of this race here. Cole Deaver now trying to get by Dylan Young as they come off turn number 2. As they go into the third turn now, Deaver squeezes in between Dylan Young and Seth Cole as they go through off turn number 4. Seth came awful close to winning here in the Casual GTX Cup Series this past season, in the first race at Dover, I should say. Only to lose out in that race to Levi McIntyre in that event. McIntyre right now runs in the top 10 at the moment. He's running right now in the battling for 8th position right now, but he and Joshua Osborne actually made that battling for 7th, excuse me, on that. Young is in 3rd. 4th is Shelton. 5th is Rob Evans, who's making his first start in a long time in this series. Off into turn number 1 again. Jesse Turner runs in 6th position. Osborne now at the 7th. Sanford 8th. 9th is now Johnny Gardner. And Levi McIntyre is running 10th along with Keith Batson, who he's battling with for that 10th position. And problems with the 92 car. Nathan Ormond, his car on pit road right there, and 35 miles an hour. That is a killer on pit road to make an unscheduled pit stop here, as he is doing right now. And meantime, Cole Deaver's taking the lead away from Seth Cole right now. So Deaver takes the GM Goodwrench colors up front. Riding with Charles Sanford in car 08, the DeWalt Tools Chevrolet. Runs in 8th position right now. Up ahead is Joshua Osborne up in 7th position. There you get a look at what's going on in the back of the pack right there. Jackson Haywood's running 12th. There's Dustin Bowen, Austin Colano up there. Battle of position going on in between Emmanuel Hartnett and Jacob Thibodeau, the 5 and the 0 cars. That's Thibodeau in the Oldsmobile and Hartnett in the Buick. And Carter Friesen is going to now come off pit road in the 27 machine, as he's now fallen a lap. He's now fallen a lap down now in the 27 machine. Actually, 3 laps down. My mistake. and comes up almost against the 48 car of Mitchell Collins. And Nathan Orman now scored out of the race due to a header failure on the car. That's an internal part within the engine. Basically, for all intents and purposes, really an engine failure on that number 92 car. A header failure is something within the engine on that car that is really non-repairable. So, let's take a look at back as to what happened to Kyle Matthews as earlier in the race here, and on the pace lap. As Matthews was to have started, I think, somewhere in the top 10. He came off pit road of this machine, and there's Kyle coming off pit road, and now he has apparently he had some sort of problem with his car after, trying to get it to run. Goes rubs against the manual hard, and rubs against the 31 car of Carson Gum, and drops back down on the apron of the track. So that's what happened to Matthews, and why he had some damage on the 52 machine. And which he is still running right now, finally back on the racetrack. But unfortunately for Kyle, no longer in contention to possibly win this race here, which is a tough break for Matthews because he had started this race. I believe started in the Kyle, I believe, started this race in the in second or third position, and the crash here involving Chloe Owen is involved. Gene Sanford and the third and the fourth car of William Brock all involved. The yellow flag will fly for the first time here today, and Seth Cole will lead him back to the start-finish line for the yellow flag here, and so there's William Brock in the number 4 Kodak Film Chevy. He is badly mangled up, and is mangled up on the side of the car. Turn 4 usually is the trouble spot at Dover as we had completed the as we were getting ready to complete the 14th lap of this race here, and see what happened here to cause the yellow flag to fly for the first time here today. And no doubt involved the 55 of Chloe Owen. She had problems with her car, apparently some sort of mechanical failure on her machine. Gets bumped by another woman, that's Kat Basson, 20, that took Chloe clipped Chloe's car, and boy, Phil Parker almost did the same thing with his machine, and then there's where Gene Sammer and William Brock got involved in the 37, the 34, and the 4 machines, and Carter Friesen barely missed both the 4 and the 34 machines. Great driving on Carter's part, and I don't think Chloe really even spun. She apparently more or less got clipped, and she had which good thing she disappeared in time because Cole Deaver was right heading to her path. And looked like he was getting ready to hit her, but he would have. That would have been a bad point save for him, obviously. So, Owen and Brock are both out of the race right here. 2 cars not on the lead lap. That's the 52 of Kyle Matthews and the 27 of Carter Friesen. That is a race for position, though. They're both 3 laps down, and they're Matthews running in 37th and Friesen running in 38th. Here. Carson Gum made an unscheduled pit stop on the 31 machine. That put him in the back. actually made that scratch that. He's actually now a lap down. The 31 is, so he's also not on the lead lap. It's the green flag back out. We're back underway here on lap number 20. We're about halfway home here at Dover. Seth Cole leads. Jesse Turner is second. Third right now is Cole Deaver. Restarting fourth is Levi McIntyre, and restarting fifth will be the 2 of Dylan Young as the field comes off turn number 4. Here comes Jesse Turner for the lead. He's got it off the 4th corner on Seth Cole. In meantime, we got a bit of a mess right there. There it is. There's that pack of cars right there. Several cars up the high side there, and you had 3 right about 2 or 3 rows deep, and look at this traffic jam here at Dover. Dylan Young and Jessica Shelton nowhere to go for the 2 and the 11 cars. They come off the 4 turn, and Joshua Michaels got turned. He goes back up the track. Amazingly, that was just a 1-car spin. That should have been about maybe 10, 12 cars almost about like Talladega. How in the world did that not happen? I'll never know. Jacob Thibodeau coming off pit road in the 0 car as the yellow flag's flown for the 2nd time. And we got a crash involving Phil Parker and Quentin Moore. Crash involving the 21 and the 25 machines there as up ahead. Take a look as to what happened there. I think the 40 car looks like of Julius Anderson. He was on the apron of the track. He goes back up the track right there, right in the Phil Parker's car, and then nowhere and poor Quentin Moore, nowhere to go. And that 21 car right into the 25 and the 40 cars both. Unfortunately for both Phil and Quentin, they both got the fuzzy end of that lollipop as their days likely are over with here. And then here's what happened in the middle of this gaggle of cars that happened. Turn 4 is usually the trouble spot, usually as we mentioned at Dover, and here's classic proof. They came out the 4th turn. Joshua Michaels Light is clear of the 87 car. James Henry, the yellow and white machine, got turned, and right around and around he goes. Where he stops, nobody knows. And watch the 20 car of Jeremiah Dwayne. I thought he was going to for sure clip the 45 car, and that would have caused another big wreck. That back end swung just in time for that 20 car to miss him, but I mean, it was, like I said, that should have been about a 10, 12 car crash at Dover. That would have been, instead of just a 1 car deal. That is amazing. And some damage to the Jacob Thibodeau car in the 0 machine. You see Phil Parker coming back on the coming back onto the racetrack here. So caution number 2 flying here today as the two more cars out of the race. That is the 21 car of Quentin Moore, and the 21 car of Quentin Moore is now added to the car out of the race as 4 cars are out. 37 still remain on the race, and 32 remain on the lead lap. So again, we'll set the bill for you here. Jesse Turner leads. 2nd position is Cole Bieber. 3rd is Seth Cole. 4th right now is Levi McIntyre. 5th is Rob Evans. 6th is Johnny Gardner. 7th is Keith Batson. 8th is Charles Sandler. 9th, Dustin Boland. And 10th position is Joshua Osborne at the moment. Dylan Young dropped to 15th, and Jessica Shelton dropped to 16th after that quite a race we were having before the incident involving Joshua Michaels. Green flag flies. We're back underway on lap number 27. We have 14 laps to go. Bieber trying to get around Kyle Matthews a little bit in the 52 machine. Matthews is 3 laps down in 35th position, trying to stay ahead of the other lap traffic here. Bieber now goes to the inside as he's got Carson Gunn behind him. But look at this. Outside of Bieber comes Seth Cole in car 32. Nestle Crunch Pontiac now trying to take second position away, and he will do so. And with flying cars on the outside, and Johnny Gardner got turned by Keith Batson in the inside wall. Gardner does not spin; he saves it, and we still green at the moment here. Gardner still stays ahead of Batson amazingly. That is 6th and 7th position on your screen. You see right there, the 44 and the 1 cars, Ford versus Chevrolet. As Levi McIntyre now gets by Carson Gum as he moves to that low side. Carson like Matthews again also not on the lead lap. He's 33rd. And he is being scored one lap down, so Dylan Young now getting by, and whoa! That was close there on the part of Justin Dearborn in the 15 cars. He almost lost it. Dylan Young was about to mention is now back in the top 10. And more cars that crash. It's on. Phil Parker again has crashed along with Austin Colano in that pink and teal number 9. And Dustin Bowen was also involved. Phil Parker was another car that was not on the lead lap in the 25 car. This happening on the 29th lap of this race. Phil comes down on Dylan Young in the number 2 machine. Parker spins right there. And there's unfortunately for Dustin Bowen in the 7 car, he is a 40 car of Julius Anderson involved and Joshua Michaels also involved again. And Julius Anderson Julius Anderson in the 40 car got center punched by Kev Shearer in the 38. Kev apparently didn't like what the 40 car did, but yeah. But the 25 and the 9 cars both a little worse for it, as is the 40 car as well, and those two are out of the race as well. So, adding on to the attrition list, the 9, the 7, and the 25, that's Colano, Boland, and Parker. So now making that 6 cars out of the race right now. Actually make that 8 cars out of the race. Kev Shearer and Julius Anderson also involved. And both out of the race as well. So 8 cars out now, and that will remain in the race. I believe 33 cars will remain in the event. And we are less than 10 laps from the finish right now, so So we will restart now with 6 laps remaining in the race, and that is Jesse Turner continues to lead the race there. Again, the 52 of Kyle Matthews not on the lead lap. He's 3 down in 33rd at the moment. Here, Carson Gunn is 1 lap down in 29th, and 2 other cars 3 laps down. That's Jacob Thibodeau and Carter Friesen. So 28 cars remain on the lead lap. Jesse Turner leads. Second is Seth Cole. Third is Rob Evans. Fourth is Cole Deaver. Levi McIntyre's 5th, Johnny Gardner 6th. 7th position is Keith Batson. 8th is Joshua Osborne. 9th, Charles Sanford. And 10th position is Dylan Young. Then 11th is James Henry. Then Jackson Haywood's 12th. 13th is Gene Sanford. 14th is Sebastian Kukulon. And 15th is Paul Minnick. That's how they run at the moment. You'll come off turn number 4. As the green flag will fly on lap number 35, we will have 6 laps remaining in the race, and 34 are in the books as the green flag flies. We're back underway. And stand by for maybe a good finish here at Dover, and we already got head cars fanning out a little bit on the restart. On board with Dylan Young in car number 2. Jesse Turner got a really good start in that 99 car. That's what he needed. Jesse trying to get his first victory of the season here in this series. But Seth Cole in that 32 car trying every way in the world possible to try to get past the 99 car. 3 wide as Levi McIntyre looks low on Rob Evans. And takes that position away as he pushes Cole Deaver up the 3rd spot now. Here comes Johnny Gardner instead of his buddy Rob Evans to the low side now. Rob having a pretty good day on his comeback race, I should say, after missing a few events on the season. 3 laps to go here at Dover. Does Seth Cole have anything for Jesse Turner? Into the third turn they come. Here comes Deaver for third spot. He's got it. Off turn number 4 they come. 2 laps to go in the MBNA 200 at Dover. Seth Cole is right there on the back of the 99 car. Seth Cole is the pole sitter for the event. Off in the third turn they come here. Seth Cole in the Pontiac. Jesse Turner in the Chevy as they come off turn number 4. White flag waves. 1 lap to go here at Dover. Will it be the 99 car of Turner or will it be the 32 of Seth Cole? As they come through turns, off turn number 2, less than a mile remaining here at Dover. Seth will try one more push. He closes up on the back of the 99 car. Does not have enough as they come off turn number 4. Jesse Turner wins the MBNA 200 at Dover. So Jesse Turner has finally done it this season as he collects his first victory of the season and he pretty much got the restart he needed. But Seth Cole, tough driver. That was a tough race for the 99 team. Obviously, Jesse had to scrap like a badger to try to hold off Seth Cole. He will finish second in the race here. Seth Cole will at least will. Cole Deaver is second, ends up finishing third. Fourth is Levi McIntyre. Keith Batson comes home fifth. Sixth will be Johnny Gardner. Seventh is Charles Sanford. Eighth is Rob Evans. Ninth, Joshua Osborne. And Dylan Young will finish in 10th position. Average speed 95.934 miles an hour, just under 96 miles an hour. Thanks to the 3 cautions we had here at Dover. So 24 are in the books and 5 races remaining on the season. Next race on the tour will be at South Boston Speedway, is where we're going to be at. Next on the tour in South Boston, Virginia, not Boston, Massachusetts. Rest of the finishing order for you here is Jackson Haywood comes home in 11th. 12th place will go to James Henry. 13th, Sebastian Kugelon. 14th will go to Justin Dearborn. 15th will be Paul Minnick, Jacob Sturgeon, Emmanuel Hartnett, Joshua Michaels, Jessica Shelton, and Jeremiah Dwayne, the top 20. Jeremiah Dwayne finishing 20th in car number 20. In this race, Gene Samper was 21st, 22nd, Arthur Xavier, Mitchell Collins, 23rd. Nathan Hudson, 24th, 25th, Ryan George, 26th was Ryan Brommer. John Andrews, 27th, and Cat Batson, the last car in the lead lap, finishing 28th in car number 28. Rest of the finishers here, Carson Gum was started 29th, a lap down, then a 3-lap down, then the cars that were 3 laps down, Kyle Matthews 30th, Jacob Thibodeau 31st, and Carter Friesen 32nd. That's how they finished here today. Among the cars that finished in this race here, 28 finished on the lead lap. Cars out of the race, Kev Shearer, Julius Anderson, Austin Colano, Dustin Bowen, Phil Parker, Quentin Moore, William Brock, Chloe Owen, and Nathan Orman. That was the last of the finishers in this race here. So if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got races, we got gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA says goals are for this channel. And be sure to check out our other series on this channel as well, including the NNSCRA Pedigree Xfinity series, the Duracell Cup series, and the the Boaz or All Pro series. All three of those series you can see on the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, and also to keep up on the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup series, be sure to subscribe to Thrashman 899 channel. He'll get you going on that series as well. So that's the story from Dover Downs International Speedway. Congratulations again to Jesse Turner, the winner of the MBNA 200. And for now, this is James Colson. This has been a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best. We will see you at South Boston Speedway in South Boston, Virginia.